baby girl. I
All
just put,
right. So we are
yay.
so excited. Yay. Happy Monday. We
We're
are,
only a little late for
yes,
lunch.
we are a late lunch. That's okay. Sometimes late lunches are great.
They are. They are. Yes. Okay. You want to kick us off?
Sure.
Okay.
So today we're going to talk about a couple of different things. We're going to talk about our buffet of foundation options that we have available for you, our Flawless Face. And then we also have a brand new product that just launched early yesterday. So some of the consultants might not even know that this is happening, that they get to order early. And so it's called our Great Heights Mascara. So while Marie's talking, I'm going to put it on for you so you can kind of see the application technique and the difference. But it is kind of, if you loved our Lash Love lengthening mascara, this is what is kind of replacing it. So it's got kind of a curved wand to it. It is very dense like our Ultimate. And then it gives you that fanned out look, kind of like Fanorama, but not quite as many angles. So I really like the lengthening that it gives me and the volume. So I have been putting it on kind of closer to my lashes and like wiggling side to side and then kind of pulling it through and usually two coats. So if you really want some wow with your mascara, don't be afraid to put two coats on. I know lots of times we just want to be like quick and simple, and that is great too. But if you really want to like get the full benefit of it, I think putting on more than one coat definitely makes a difference. We got to get this early at leadership and then it, like in our director supplies and all those kind of things. And so we have been loving using it. Have you tried it yet, Marie? Is this one of
I have
your
on.
it?
I have it on.
Yeah. What do you like about it?
I really like the applicator. I wasn't really a fan of Lash Love Lengthening Mascara. I feel like this one offers more separation, but more like our Lash Love. So I can more definition, I should say, so I can get in there better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the statistics, you guys, are incredible. It says after like boost visible lash length by 43% with just one coat. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look at Jess didn't
One
have
coat.
anything. Yeah, she had nothing, and now she has some. Now you have lashes; they're beautiful.
Yeah,
Like you have one coat on right now.
I do. This is one
Oh yeah,
coat.
you could leave right now. I mean, you could be
Yeah.
done because that
Yeah.
looks great.
I'll go back for one more so you guys kind of see the difference.
Okay, and then it says 75% longer looking lashes with three coats. So this product, you guys, has some really great ingredients in it. So if you're looking for a mascara that is healthy for your lashes, that is nourishing, if you will, um, this it says the main ingredient in this mascara is panthenol, which is also known as provitamin B5. It's a water soluble vitamin commonly used in beauty and skincare products, including lash care. It's also a derivative of pantheonic acid, a vitamin essential for healthy skin and hair. So we're winning in all areas with that.
Hmm.
That's so good. That's
Especially
beautiful.
designed for lashes, but hair in general benefits
Yes.
from the vitamins.
Amen. And it says here in some extra tips and information why panthenol is good for lashes. A, it's moisturizing. B, it strengthens lashes. C, it promotes shine. It supports growth and it soothes irritation, which does happen on occasion, right?
Hmm.
So, guys, it's really a great for you and great for you. You're
Okay, so
looking hot, girl.
two coats. And I got to be honest, I haven't ever put on three, but they said three. So I'm like, well, let's see what three does.
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, well, while Jess is putting on her third coat, I'm going to start us off in the next lane. Well, you guys just know that this is considered a new to our line. It's not special edition, it's not limited edition, it's a regular line, and it retails for 18. And if you want it, your consultant can order it now. So get with her pronto. She might even have some kind of a early bird special running. So make sure you ask her about that. And the next thing we're going to talk about today, you guys, is kind of like Jess said, our buffet of foundations, our flawless face opportunities. Because over the last couple of weeks, I've really gotten a lot of questions about what do we offer, what do we have, and what's best for my skin type, all the things. So I'm going to start while Jess is finishing her lashes with that third coat with our foundation primer. And I'm starting with this because honestly, this is your key to success. Do all your skincare, let it all absorb, and then give yourself a small coat of foundation primer. It is like satin squeezing out of this tube. It does not need a lot. I'm a fan of saying that when the tube is like this, right? When the tube end is tiny, it really is indicating that you don't need a lot. Just saying, right? If it has a bigger opening, then you can go for more, but this has a tiny opening. So, so this retails for 20 and it has SPF 15 in it, which is great for you to know because if you're going to use some of our foundations, which we will identify which ones, they don't have sunscreen. Okay. However, if you used our skincare system, that has sunscreen and it will have a higher level of sunscreen, most of them, all of them now. So you are getting protection not only outdoor, but indoor. Keep that in mind. We're all looking at the blue light world because we've been on our computer so much. So our blue light protection is intact with our products that have sunscreen in them. So foundation primer to start us off with. Okay, Jess, show us 3 coats.
Okay. So yes, 3 coats. Let me I don't know how to angle my
No,
eye.
you did good. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it
So
is a
pretty.
big difference. And it also doesn't feel heavy or sticky or cakey. And probably it's all those good vitamins that you listed for us that they're actually nourishing our lashes. So it is building, but then it's also not heavy or breaking our lashes or things like that too. So yeah.
Love that. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Feels
Okay.
good.
All right. So go all in with what foundations you have.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. So I actually use our Silky Setting Powder as a foundation. So I, especially if I want longevity to the powder, I will start with the primer that Marie talked about. But even if I don't, today I didn't actually put any primer on. I just did under eye corrector and then the powder. And I loved when we had our mineral powder foundation. And so if you are that girl and you're like, I miss it, this is very close. It is a little bit finer milled, so it can truly be a setting powder, but I've also found that you can wear it alone. I will tell you that it is best to put it on with our the powder brush that is the for liquid, actually, the liquid foundation brush, because the bristles are a little bit denser. You can put it on with the all over powder brush, especially if you're using it truly as a setting powder. It'll give you a lighter coverage, but if you want it to be more of a foundation level coverage, use either the blending brush, the round one, or the foundation brush that just has a little bit more denser bristles. I find that I get a better application with it, and then it truly gives me a little bit more coverage. I wear deep ivory in the winter. I'll go darker in the summer, but this is a good shade for me in the winter. There's lots of shades in it too. So if you haven't ever tried it, ask your consultant which color you would be, and she's got a little conversion chart and she can help you narrow down which choice she thinks you'll be, based on your foundation. So that's a really good one for me for every day, or on top of a powder if you want a more matte finish on top of your foundation, rather, as a more of a matte finish.
Perfect.
Okay. Do you want me to also talk about CC cream? Okay.
Yeah.
So CC cream is another great, it's very lightweight. So that's probably what I love most about the setting powder. It's a very lightweight feel. It's a very natural coverage, very lightweight in both texture and coverage. So if you're like, I need more coverage, then probably neither of these honestly are your greatest option. Some of the ones we're going to talk about in a minute are going to have more coverage, meaning that you want to look more flawless. Nothing that we have is heavy or cakey or thick like that, but just the idea that it will cover more flaws, more imperfections, even at your skin tone, that kind of thing too. CC cream is pretty lightweight coverage as well. It's a good, quick, easy, simple. I tell my really simple girls that you can cleanse and then put this on and you're good, because it's got moisture, sunscreen, and a little bit of tint. So it's a good hack if you're a minimalist, or on a day that you just want a little bit of something, but you don't want to go all the steps. This is great. I also tend to wear this a lot in the summer. We're going to the pool or something like that, because it just gives me a little bit of coverage, and it has an SPF 15 in it. And so I tend to be a light to medium in the shade. In the summer, I'll get a little bit darker and sometimes do medium to deep, but really that's only the week of vacation. then I like drop back into light to medium. And then sometimes even like light to medium is a little bit dark. And so I'll even like mix it with my very light. So don't be afraid to do that too, though, like to adjust your shades and even to mix the colors to really find your true match. This does have a blendability to it, and so it changes a little bit as it's on your skin, so it does adjust, and so that makes it really nice. And then it does have a little, even though it's more lightweight, it does have a buildable coverage to it. So I do find that if I like am more rosy in my cheeks or something like that, and I want to go back and add a little bit more, you can add a little bit more, and it will give you a little bit more coverage with that. The CC stands for complexion correction. So with that element to it, it can give you a little bit more coverage as you build it. So it's also, we were talking about, this one's also really easy to put on because it's got a little pump. And so you just kind of squirt it on your fingers and put it on just like a lotion. So again, it could be just your moisturizer and, you know, those kind of things too, or it can be on top of your normal skincare. You can add a little bit of this as a coverage, and then you could even put the powder over top of it to set it a little bit more, which I will often do because I get so shiny and because I tend to be oily. And so this has the moisture, so it's a little bit of a dewier finish. So the setting powder gives me a little bit of more of a matte finish. So lots of options.
Lots of options. Yes, yes. Okay, great information, Jess, for sure. And okay, so then we make like a traditional liquid foundation, and we make it in a matte version and in a luminous version. And just so that you know, if you were to get one, on the back, the color is actually either in pink or in purple, with the background print in that color, which of course, again, we've talked a couple of times in the last couple of weeks about different things that coordinate with our normal to dry, which is the pink, and then our combination to oily, which is the purple. And so you'll see that on things. So if you're the girl that you really are uber dry and you need a foundation, I honestly would tell you this would be your win, because this is luminous. It does offer extra moisture. It does have mica in the product that helps to actually trick the eye when people are looking at you, so that wrinkles, fine lines and wrinkles do not look as prominent with this particular formula. Okay, in the normal to dry or in the combination to oily version, which is a matte finish, and it's really great. It is a fabulous foundation. In the summer, I can get away with it usually if it's like, you know, obviously in the hundreds here in Texas, which we have a lot, but I am dry. And so I have to be very cognizant of what I put on for foundation. I can wear CC cream. CC cream does have enough luminosity to it that I can wear it, and it does have enough moisturizers in it. And then this guy, of course, is my friend. And I like to apply him with either one of our foundation brushes, either the blending brush that's on the stick or the actual liquid foundation brush that we make, because, like Jess said earlier, the density of those brushes help to give you a really great coverage. And so, of course, I'm, 20 years older than Jess, plus, I think I'm 20 plus, but I'm 20 years older than Jess. And so, to get a flawless face, sometimes we've got to really investigate what options there are, because you don't want to look like you've got this giant face of makeup on with so many layers, right? You just want to look flawless, right? So today I have on this, and I'm wearing N140, Ivory N140. And then I do have light to medium silky setting powder very lightly with the loose powder brush, the big fluffy one, over it for me, because it is a good setting powder. And I do appreciate that a lot. And I don't feel like it's such a heavy powder that it can add extra sinking into any fine lines and wrinkles, which those of us that have them, we know exactly what I'm talking about. So those retail for $25 each. And you guys, I'm telling you, if you compare the price of anything in our product line, but really foundations, oh my gosh, I shot for a foundation one time because I had a girlfriend that said, oh, I'm wearing this one. And I'm thinking, your skin looks amazing. And it was like $85. And I was like, what? No, I'm not going to spend that kind of money on a foundation. Not at all. So anyway, so again, time-wise, matte or luminous, 3D, they have the 3D anti-aging complex in them too, which is worth mentioning. So your skincare extension goes all the way into your foundation, which is great. Okay. So those two are awesome. Then you also have your Endless Performance and your pressed powder, and Jess has those in a compact, so she's going to show them to you. I'm going to tell you, I like a cream to powder, which is what our Endless Performance is.
Mm-hmm.
However, I can't wear it really very well because it is more of a matte shine control opportunity. I like to put it on personally with a damp sponge. It tends to be not quite as heavy on me, or I like to use the blending brush that's damp, one or the other of those. And like Jess showed you in the compact, it does either fit in our magnetic perfect palette, or you of course can put it in our big one, which is the Pro palette. And then the pressed powder is fabulous, you guys. And you can either apply that during the day with just a brush, or you can use a sponge with it too. We do make the flat sponge. Do you have that flat sponge in your hand right now?
I do have the flat sponge.
Okay.
We also make a flat brush that you could put in here too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what I was going to comment, Jess commented that the CC cream was buildable and also kind of changed colors as it sat on your skin for a little while, which is why there's only a few colors, because it's a very forgiving foundation and it's very easily matched for us as consultants, helping you with a foundation. So, like, I'm ivory, like I wear light ivory CC cream. That's simple. I'm in the bottom section of the ivories for pretty much everything else. And then Jess, of course, goes up to the light to medium CC cream, and then obviously is higher up in that for the rest of her foundation options too. And then pressed powders, again, there's not a lot of choices. Ivory 1, Ivory 2, beige 1, beige 2, bronze 1, bronze 2. So those are pretty forgiving also, but they are great for touch-ups. And honestly, I've got a lot of customers that keep it in their bathroom and they actually use it as a setting powder with a brush, and they love it. So you guys, that's kind of our buffet of actual foundations. We hope that that maybe answered questions that you might have had. I will tell you that my youngest dancing granddaughter, she's not my youngest granddaughter, but she's the youngest dancing one. They like, of course, the very full coverage. Mm-hmm. She's certainly not oily. She's 7.
Yeah.
But they are using Endless Performance in the pancake, in the, the cream to powder option. That's what we do for
theater too with the kids.
Right. Right. So because it does really offer you a great coverage. So again, really monkeying with them and knowing that you can, build and mix and match and do all the things is a really big win. And of course, having your consultant at your fingertips is why you have us. For sure. Especially for this lane. So if you have more questions on any products, be sure to ask. Of course, reach out to your consultant ASAP about the new Great Heights mascara, because it is fabulous. And it also does not flake. I don't know if we mentioned that, but it doesn't flake and clump, which is really nice. You're getting a really great coverage without that. So happy Monday. We hope you enjoyed our late lunch and learn. I haven't had lunch yet. So there's that. I am late for lunch. So